Hey, what's going on, chefs? Dave here, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be discussing quite an important topic. It's on the lines of A2, which is the next big step up for a lot of you guys as well coming up. A lot of you guys are my age, so it's important to discuss what is the best A2 sport bike. Now I'm about to be extremely biased. Today I am discussing the A2 sport bike, which is the brand new... What's that? That's the wind. It sounded like a bomb. Yeah, so I'm discussing the brand new 2022 Yamaha YZF-R7 and telling you guys, is it a good bike? Does it weigh up to the MT-07, or does it weigh up to, you know, the YZF-R3? How come I can ride an R7 but not an R6? You know, there's a lot of questions going around about it for an A2 license holder. So the first question I'm going to answer is, why can't I ride an R6 but I can ride an R7? So an R6 is a 4-cylinder, I think it's a 689cc, don't quote me on that. And because it's got 4 cylinders, it's got a lot more power. It pushes out over 100 horsepower, which the limit for A2 is 96, restricted down to 47. Whereas the R7 is only a twin cylinder, which only pushes out a maximum of 72 horsepower de-restricted, so that is easily limited to 47 out of factory by Yamaha for UK A2 riders. Oh, that was a mouthful. So that's why you can't ride an R6 but you can ride an R7. But they've also discontinued the YZF-R6 to make room for the YZF-R7, which I think, you know, Yamaha hasn't done this for no reason. There is an obvious reason as to why they've phased out the R6, and the R7 is apparently the predecessor, but I can guarantee you next year there will be announced a YZF-R9, because I'm pretty sure they're just copying the MT phases at this point, where you get the MT-125, the MT-03, the MT-07, the MT-09, the MT-10, you know, and so on and so on and so on. So the next thing I want to talk about is how smexy this bikes look. Like, wow! You know, the only thing I'm questioning is that headlight in the middle. But I've heard it looks a fucking lot better than it does in person than it does in pictures, which it already looks like the perfect bike. I was never sure on the YZF-R3, which is what I was going to go with, just because it looks, to me, it looks really spindly and clunky, whereas the R7 looks streamlined. It looks, you know, as beefy as an R6, but, you know, A2, which is what you want, which I used to think I'd get on an R6 before I actually looked at the facts. So you guys can't actually get on an R6 at 19, sorry. You know, you get to choose between an R1 or an R6 for your 21st or your 24th, depending on your license. So how is this bike going to hold up against the MT-07? It has a similar engine to the MT-07, not the same. Anyone who tells you it's the exact same engine is wrong. Point them in the face and go, no. Because it's not. It is an identical engine. It's identical, but it's got a me no English. It also includes cross-planing 2, which I've never heard cross-planing 1 in the MT-07, but it's got CP2, which means cross-planing, which is where the pistons go up and down at different times, so you get that nice grrr, very nice grrr to it that goes like an R6. So that's what that means, cross-planing, which I learned that from Kyle the other day. Big shout out to Kyle. Yeah, so that's what that does. So I'm really considering this bike because it looks like an R6 and it can push out 72 horsepower de-restricted and 47 restricted, which is more than you need. It's a better choice than the R3 because the R3 only pushes out 40.1 horsepower. The CBR500 pushes out, oh shit, we're moving. The CBR500 pushes out about, I think it's 45.8 horsepower, and the YZF-R7 will push out a perfect 47 horsepower, so you can make the most of your A2 license. And on top of that, it's also a 700cc. Now, of course, with every bike that has advantages, there are disadvantages. So it's a lightweight super sport bike. You can get the most out of your A2 license using the most amount of horsepower. It's got cross-planing 2, a better engine than the MT-07. I'm sure Yamaha's got some extra speedy shit inside of it. And apart from that, that is pretty much the YZF-R7. Hey! Okay. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm looking at buying at the moment. Now the disadvantages, there's always disadvantages to these bikes. So Estimated its release is October 2021, just in time for the 71 plate, I believe, in September. Which this is information I'm getting from Yamaha websites that have listed the bike as a pre-order kind of thing. You can inquire about it, but they won't sell it yet. So that's the thing. It's also guide price, they have currently said, is 8,000. To put that in perspective, an R3 is 5.5 grand, and you're paying an extra 3 grand for 8 more horsepower, which I suppose is like a whole 50cc motorbike on top. But you know, it just depends. Am I gonna have to go through the drive-thru? I just want to pick my dinner up, because chefs, right, I've got my dinner now, not me slipping over in Coke or anything. Right, anyway, yeah, so what I was talking about was how the bike is guide price of 8 grand, which guide price pretty much means what you can expect it to be. I've also seen a lot of places say it's going to be 6.5 grand, 7 grand, but the Yamaha sites are currently saying the guide price is £8,000. So you know, I just said about that, and then compared it to the R3 for an extra like 8 horsepower and so on, which, you know, it could be worth it if that's what you're looking for, that little bit of extra power to get the most out of your license, and you can afford it. Then, you know, don't wait on it, 100% go for it. I wonder if these traffic lights will change for me tonight, because they never do. It'd be cute if they just went for me like that. It's not gonna happen though. Right, okay, yeah. So the biggest... They did! Oh! Right, the biggest disadvantage to owning the Yamaha YZF-R7 is going to disappoint most of you, because it's one everybody's going to suffer from. And unfortunately... No, why did traffic lights change it? Unfortunately, it is the insurance price. The insurance will be so expensive, you'll have to sell the bike to afford it. Unless you're really, really lucky. I mean, so pretty much, guys, if you are looking at, you know, if you're one of these 50cc riders that have just joined the channel and you're looking at getting your next bike up there, 100% start building them no claims up, alright? Don't cancel a policy, don't lose any no claims. Keep the policy going for as long as you can until you get that no claims, because without these no claims your insurance is going to be so expensive. Oh, I'm going to make it! I want to make it! I want to make it! I did go red! Yes, I made it! Ah, yay. Okay, anyway, so yeah, the insurance is going to be insane. Hey, this was a taxi in McDonald's. Yeah, the insurance is going to be wham. So if you are a 50cc rider, keep building up, you have no claims. And no claims really make a difference. For example, go onto the Yamaha YZF-R125 UK page on Facebook. You know, so many fucking members on there and everything. Some people are paying insurance prices of £2,000 a year. Can you guys guess how much this is a year for me to insure with 3 years no claims? It's 240 quid a year. It's fucking cheap as chips, as my dad would say. Is that what dad says? It was like my granddad, I can't remember. But yeah, it's dead cheap now. This bike, I can pay off the insurance in about a week of work. So, you know, about a few days of work I can pay the insurance off. Which last year it was 700 for me, and it's gone down to 245. So not too bad at all for insurance. So them no claims really will make a difference for you, and especially upon getting a bigger CC, they want to show that you can handle, you know, what you're riding. So get that license, get some extra training courses if you want. Go do that DVSA advanced riding training courses. Only some insurance companies accept it though. Oh, why am I such a high gear? There we go. But yeah, so pretty much, guys, that's pretty much the R7 summed up. Sexy, bigger R6 that you can ride on A2. 72 horsepower D restricted, 47 horsepower A2 restricted. Top speed currently reported is 114 miles an hour. Yet to be tested. I will be testing it myself upon receiving an R7, which is what I'm hoping for. If you guys want to help me reach my goal of funding an R7, you know, if you want to help me, you can. There is a donation link on the YouTube page now, but donations are never ever asked for. It is a courtesy. Is it a courtesy? Is that the word I'm trying to use? It's completely optional, you know, guys. I'm not going to ask you to send me money or anything. I'm not asking for anything, just hitting that thumbs up button, knocking that notification bell is more than enough, guys. You guys are all amazing. We are just about to hit 500,000 views in total, which is insane. When I started this channel 3-4 years ago now, no, it was about 3.2 years ago, I struggled to get off 6 subscribers myself. I couldn't get above 6 for ages, and now, you know, I'm heading 2.6k with 500,000 views nearly, which is incredible. I appreciate every single one of you that click on my videos. So thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and please do subscribe, as it helps my channel a lot. And I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Good night, guys. Whee! Also, guys, comment down below what A2 bike you're going to get. Quite interested to know, just so I can see, you know, what everyone else is going for. I'll see you later. Bye bye.